Hi guys. Ooh, my hair. Welcome back to Richoux on Demand. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. So today's video is going to be really long. So grab you some orange juice, water, coffee, tea, smoothie, whatever tickles your fancy. We are going to attempt to go through my entire seed collection. Now, caveat, I do have some seeds from M.I. Gardener for the 2023 season that have not arrived yet. But it's morning time, all the kids are asleep. They should be here sometime today. But I wanted to get this video filmed since it's so long. And I'll just have to do a M.I. Gardener seed haul, which interestingly enough, most of those varieties I'll be using in this garden season, which is why they're ordered. They're either restocking things that I've used up or things that I want to grow this season. So my next video will be my garden plan. I actually have it right here, so I'm going to film it right after this video or at some point today when those seeds get here. I'm going to have my garden plan video as well as the seed varieties that I'll be growing this season. Tentative to change, but probably not. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to come to you and give you guys a comprehensive look at my seed collection, and it's a lot, y'all, so buckle up. I have all of my seeds laid out here, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen a picture of these. These seeds have been sitting out on my table for a couple of days now. So, yeah, I'm going to do my seed collection a little bit differently. Everybody uses, you know, the picture box cases like this. They come in a carrying case to store your seeds, but my seed collection has far outgrown that. So what I'm going to do this year specifically is I'm going to only put in here the varieties I'm going to grow this year, and I'll store all of my seed packets in a different way. So if you have a way to store a massive amounts of seeds, besides getting another one of these containers, which I obviously could do, leave it down in the comments below. All right, so the first one we're going to start with is carrots, because I only have 2 carrot varieties on hand anyway. So I got this Kyoto red carrot from Baker Creek. I just got those this year. And then I have these Danvers half long carrot seeds. You can see them in there. I actually saved these seeds myself from a bulk package I had last year. And those are the only 2 carrot varieties. So they're actually already in my case here, because these, along with a couple of varieties I have coming from M.I. Gardener, I'm going to grow this year. Next, we have our onion and allium seeds. So that'll include things like onions, leeks, scallion, things like that. So the first seed I have here is the American flag leek seed from M.I. Gardener. I did not start leeks this year. I'm actually going to be ordering my onions and leeks from Dixondale. I started onion seeds. They may come back, but with the Arctic freeze and the rain we've been getting, I'm not hopeful. So I just ordered some just to be safe. The Tokyo long white bunching onion. I have the Chianti hybrid short day red onion. I got these from NE Seeds. The short day yellow granix onion seeds, also from NE Seeds. The Timon hybrid short day onion seed. This is a yellow onion as well, also from NE Seeds. And I'm sorry if I sound kind of stuffy or scratchy. I've been fighting desperately a cold or something for the last week or so. And the last one I have are my shallots that are from Botanical Interest. These are the Ceburon shallot. And that will be all of my alliums. I have a few English pea, shelling pea varieties. This one is Early Frosty by Fairy Morse. Oops, hope you can see the name. I'll hold it like that. It may be showing backwards actually now that I think about it because I'm filming on my phone. So I'm sorry. And this is the Laxton's Progress pea. In addition to those, I have 2 bulk bags that I picked up at my local feed and seed store last year. These are the Laxton's Progress English peas as well. And I have 2 of those. Sticking with shelling items, I have shelling beans. So these are beans that you would more than likely shell and eat after they have grown and dried on the vine. So you have the Henderson lima bean, also from In My Gardener. These are the pink eye purple hull cowpea. These seeds are very old. This is going to be the last year that I try to grow them. The actual packet has gotten wet, but it's lined with this plastic, so the actual seeds look fine. I'm going to try to grow them this year, and after that, there'll be no more of these seeds in my collection. I also have the California black eye cowpea. I picked up these beans from Baker Creek this year. It's called the Good Mother Stallard bean. It's really pretty. It reminds me of the Christmas lima bean. I know that one's really popular because I've been trying to get it and it's been sold out, but I have a couple of packs coming, so I'm really excited about that. And the last one I have is this Mississippi pink eye purple hull pea, also from my feed and seed store. Next we have some beets. Y'all, I try to grow beets every year, and one year I'm going to grow them. I've only eaten beets one way that I really, really love, and that's roasted. I have some pickled beets that I haven't even tried yet in the fridge. And if I'm able to successfully grow them, I wanted to know like different ways to consume them that would be enjoyable. Anyway, the first seed I have are these Detroit dark red beets from Fairy Morse. And if you're unfamiliar with Fairy Morse, you can pick them up at pretty much any big box store, Home Depot, Lowe's. Next you have the Early Wonder Beet by Livingston Seed Company. Hudson Valley Seed Company, I have another Detroit dark red beet. Also from Hudson Valley, I have the Touchstone Golden Beet. I have some other golden beet seeds from Brim Seed Company. I think I got these from Azure Standard last year. And the last 2 varieties are a Golden Boy beet, also from Botanical Interest, and another Early Wonder red beet from Botanical Interest. And I have a couple of each of those. I have about 4 packets of each of those. Like my cauliflower seeds, I have my Robert. I keep wanting to call it Robert. I don't know why. Cauliflower, it's just a white cauliflower from Baker Creek. Also from Baker Creek, I have Purple of Sicily cauliflower. I have the green macarata cauliflower from Baker Creek. I have to restart all of these. I have 2 packets of the snowball seed cauliflower seeds. That's also a white cauliflower from my local feed and seed. And I have 3 snowball Y. I don't know if there's a difference between this one and the one I have for my feed and seed, but I have 4 750 milligram packets from Botanical Interest. And I do apologize again if all of those packets are backwards. It's just I'm filming on my phone, and when you flip the camera around, sometimes it flips the words around. So yeah.
Video?
Do you mind bringing me something to drink?
Sure. I would do anything to be in the video.
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
So the next category of seeds I'm going to go into are like some leafy things. I'm not doing this in any particular order or anything, just pretty much how they're laid out on my table. I probably should have grouped them better, but I actually pulled them out to start garden planning, not to do this video, but I figured since I already had them out, I'd do a full seed collection video. My niece wants to be in the video. Come say hi, Naya.
Hi.
Okay, so the next seed I have is the Kamutsuna Old Tokyo. This was my free seed from Baker Creek last year, but I actually ordered more of this variety. I actually ordered more of this variety because it's very similar to a mustard green in growth, but spinach in flavor. So then I have some Georgia Southern collards, and I have these from both Ferry Morse and Haas. I have the Southern Giant curled mustard green. There's that other Kamutsuna I was telling you about. And the rest of these all look like Georgia Southern collard greens. Can you tell we like collard greens? So I have a 1/2 ounce package from my feed and seed, and then 4 packages from Botanical Interest. I have 1 lone package of Burpee's Rainbow Chard. We do not really care for Swiss chard, and while it's so beautiful to grow, I have this packet from like 2020. We just grow a couple stalks just to see it grow and be beautiful. We pretty much feed it to the chickens. It's not our favorite. I'll mix it into like some greens, but yeah, other than that, this is not our favorite. But I know some people really love Swiss chard, so that's the only Swiss chard seed packet I think I own. Next, you have kale. I have some lacinato kale from Burpee. I'm looking forward to growing this year. I just think it's really pretty. It's really good in stir fries. It'll be used very similarly to collard greens to me in texture when cooked. My absolute favorite kale to grow and eat in salads and things would be curly kale. So I have a couple of seed packets of the dwarf blue curled kale, both from Ferry Morse. This packet is an older packet, so I'm going to use the rest of these first. And then I have 2 of those dwarf blue curled kale seeds from Botanical Interest. And I also have this Siberian kale from my feed and seed. I can't remember if this is a curly variety or more of a lacinato dinosaur kale variety. I believe it's a curly kale variety, and that's why I picked it up that day in my feed and seed store. We have sugar snap peas. Sugar snap peas can be eaten pretty much super immaturely. You want to eat them while the pods are immature and tender. Use them in stir fries or snacked on them raw. And I just like how pretty they are, especially planted in the green stalk, kind of hanging over the side or something like that. So I have quite a few packs of those. And the packets for these are pretty big because you direct sell them. But I have some Cascadia sugar snap pea from Fairy Morse. This one just says Sugar Snap. This is from the Livingston brand. I believe I picked these up at Lowe's too. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Sugar Daddy Sugar Snap Pea from Botanical Interest. I have my bok choys. I like bok choys. We love Asian food in this home. We eat a lot of ramen. We eat a lot of Korean barbecue. We eat a lot of, what would you say?
Greens?
Yeah, we eat a lot of greens, yeah. But like
Broccoli?
jjajangmyeon, Korean noodle dishes and stuff like that. So I have 4 packets of this rosette top soy bok choy from Botanical Interest, and 1 packet of the Shuzu baby bok choy. This is like a baby bok choy variety. It's meant to be harvested small. I believe you can harvest it when it's bigger, but it's been bred to be harvested small. Okay. I have a couple of more roots. These are turnips. I have the purple top white globe turnip. I grew up eating turnips for the greens, not the roots. It wasn't until I started gardening that I learned that a lot of people grow them for the roots and not the leaves or the turnip greens. So this is one that we love to grow because we get 2 things out of 1. For us anyway. And then I also have 4 packets of the Market Express turnip from Botanical Interest. And then this is another purple top white globe. It's a 1-ounce package from my feed and seed store. You'll notice I have a ton of Botanical Interest seeds. I just got into Botanical Interest. They have a ton of information on their seed packets. And they had an incredible sale, I believe, last May. And I ordered quite a few seeds. Next, we have my hot peppers. I don't have a lot of hot peppers. We're not a huge hot pepper household. I pretty much grow hot peppers almost exclusively to make things like hot sauces and ferments. We don't really just eat a ton of hot peppers. This first pepper was actually my free seed this year from my Baker Crease. Is the Datil. I'm very afraid of this seed. I'm only going to grow 1 plant. It says it is, the description says blazing hot, blunt little 3.5-inch fruits. So there you go. I bought this Sugar Rush Peach. Pretty much for hot sauce. I also have this hot salsa blend, pepper blend. So this actually includes a bunch of different seed varieties. You have Anaheim, Hungarian wax, long slim cayenne, jalapeno, and ancho. This is a mix, so you don't know exactly which one you're gonna get when you start them, but they're all gonna be one of those varieties. Next, I have my jalapeno early from Burpee Organics. I got these from Tractor Supply, I remember now. Serrano from In My Gardener, and cayenne from Azure Standard. And I pretty much grow those, like I said, almost exclusively for hot sauce and ferments. Next, we're gonna do cucumbers. I have a few cucumber varieties, plus I have a few coming. I didn't grow cucumbers last year. I didn't grow pretty much anything last year. If y'all have seen my previous 2 videos, you probably understand why I didn't have time to grow much last year. But because I didn't grow cucumbers, I haven't preserved any pickles since 2021. So it'll be time for me to do like relish, and dill pickles. So I bought these pickle bush cucumbers. I got these because these are 2-foot plants and they produce 4 to 5 inch fruits. So I'm hoping to try to grow this in the green stock this year. Really excited about this one. I bought these last year, but I didn't get a chance to grow them. I have the tender sweet cucumber. To me, this reminds me of a English cucumber when grown. So pretty, and these are the cucumbers that I prefer to eat for fresh eating. I have the Sumter cucumber. I picked these up at Lowe's from the Seeds of Change brand. The Ashley cucumber, I probably picked this up my very first year growing. So that would be end of 2020, early 2021. Probably because it has my name. This is a slicer. I like it good enough. I do like to skin it halfway, like do ribbons. Because I like the texture of the skin, but it's pretty thick. So I don't like to eat it with the skin completely on it. I actually also feel like the skin makes cucumbers have like a bitter taste on the slicers. And then I have 3 packets of the homemade pickles variety. This is a pickling cucumber variety, obviously, but obviously you can eat it for fresh eating if you would like to. These are from Botanical Interest. Like I said, Botanical Interest had an amazing sale, and I picked up quite a few of their seeds while browsing their site that day. Ooh, this video's getting long. Next, we have our broccoli varieties, or broccoli rabes. This is a broccoli rabe. It's Natalina di Fascino Simi Grande from Baker Creek. I hope I got that right. I'm sure somebody who is of Italian descent is going to say, oh my gosh, you butchered that pronunciation. Don't blame me, charge it to my head, not my heart. This is Disisi broccoli, also from Burpees Organics. I have the Calabrese garlic broccoli. Got garlic on the brain. This is the Godzilla broccoli from Haas Tools. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Bell Star broccoli from Botanical Interest. And 1 of the Solstice broccoli from Hudson Valley Seed Company. As you can tell, I try to patronize companies that I'm okay with what they're doing morally. I have just 2 varieties of Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are hard for me to grow. They just take a long time. I'm hoping maybe I can plant some in the high tunnel this year after my determinate tomatoes. But I have the Jade Cross Brussels sprouts from Haas Tools, as well as 3 packets of the Long Island Improved Brussels sprouts from Botanical Interest. All right, we have cabbage. So we have the Red Acre Red Cabbage from Haas Tools. We have the Early Golden Green Cabbage from Fairy Moss. We have an heirloom Chinese cabbage from Fairy Moss, I believe. Nope, Lake Valley Seed Company. I have 2 packets of the Copenhagen Market green cabbage from Botanical Interest, one of the early Jersey Wakefield green cabbage from Hudson Valley, and one of the Red Express cabbage from Hudson Valley. All right, so we're gonna do tomatoes because I have a lot of them and I have more of them coming. Tomatoes are probably the first thing that most people grow in their gardens. So yeah. Needless to say, I love tomatoes. Tomatoes are actually the only crop we got out of our temporary garden that we put in at my mom's rental last year. So I'm really happy about that because I started them all from seed. So the first tomato I have is the Crimson Sprinter. It is like it's a determinate variety. It is like a saladette tomato. Looking forward to growing this in my high tunnel. My intention is to use my determinate tomatoes in my high tunnel because those are my production. I have it just says beefsteak tomato here from Seeds of Change. This is the San Marzano tomato. I won't be growing this year, but I have one. It's like my only packet of them. There's not a lot of seeds in here. So once this is gone, I won't be buying these anymore. I have this Red Pearl grape tomato from Johnny Seeds. The Mexico Midget tomato from Emma Gardner. I'm gonna grow these in the green stalks. I have a couple of packets of the Creole tomato. It's really popular here in the New Orleans area, Louisiana area. Once these are gone, that's all I have of those. I have an Amish paste tomato from Baker Creek. I have a Martino's Roma tomato from Azure Standard. I have the Dr. White Cheese with Cheese yellow tomato, also from Azure Standard, or the seed company is called Heirlooms Evermore Seed Company, but I bought them through Azure Standard. I have the Tachi tomato. This is a paste pasta tomato. It's a determinate variety. And I got these from Haas. I really liked these last year. I have this Jubilee yellow tomato from Haas, yellow orange tomato. I have the Tommy Toe tomato. It's also a small tomato, small plant. I have the Red Brandywine from Baker Creek. Highly susceptible to disease. Normally the first ones to bite the dust in the garden. I normally plant these in a container or in an area away from my other tomatoes. Cherokee Purple goes without any mentioning. Crowd favorite, my favorite, family's favorite. I have the Red Snapper. This is more of a slicer or saladette determinate tomato, and it is a hybrid, I believe, but I really like this tomato. I have Kellogg's Breakfast, beautiful tomato, love these. I have the Lemon Boy tomato, also from Haas Tools. So not acidic, very sweet, love this tomato. I have a couple from Wild Boar Farms, the Napa Chardonnay cherry tomato. The Atomic Sunset, it's kind of like a grape tomato. And of course, Berry's Crazy Cherry. This is a Roma tomato. I have the Gigante Verde Tomatillo from Burpee. The Honeycomb Hybrid kind of looks like a sun gold cherry tomato. I picked up these Black Beauty tomatoes from Baker Creek this year. The Orange Hat tomato, so so cute. I cannot wait to grow this one. Also from Baker Creek, the large barred boar tomato. This is the golden midget, also very similar to the sun gold that everyone loves. And I have 6 packets of the Ace 55 bush tomato. I just thought it was interesting to get this one. It's a determinate variety, and I believe it has like just like a bush structure when grown. So yeah. All right, guys, so we just finished up tomatoes, and I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this up into 2 parts because I have just as many, if not more, seeds to go. But I think this is a good stopping point. So if you're new here, my name is Ashley, and we started our homestead journey a couple years ago on a less of a 1/4 of an acre lot in the city of New Orleans. We've since moved to about 2.5 acres in southern Mississippi, and we're just starting over and building our new homestead and learning as we go. If you like content like that, or you like anything about gardening, cooking from scratch, home organization, crazy kids running all over, consider clicking the link down below to subscribe and stick around for part 2 of my entire seed collection video. Anyway, guys, until next time, bye.